Hello, good evening and welcome. You're watching the news on African Free Press Television. I am Leo Oketa and these are the stories making the rounds at this hour. National Emergency Management Agency NEMA Camps Coordinator Sahad Bello said that the agency has received another 650 Nigerians sent back home from Cameroon Republic, making it a total of over 9,000 Nigerians. The repatriated Nigerians were mostly women and children from Borno. According to him, the agency has settled the IDPs into 4 major camps in the state, which include the NYC Orientation Camp at Bajabore in Giri Council area, the Malkohi IDPs Camp in Yola South Council area, the Fufore Camp in Fufore Local Government, and St. Teresa Catholic Camp in Yola North area. The IDPs are undergoing intensive security and health screening, and NEMA has appealed to well-meaning Nigerians and organizations to collaborate with the agency in assisting the IDPs. Bello said that the agency is still expecting more IDPs from Cameroon, but did not specify the number. Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) has set up 4 new crude swap contracts to replace those cancelled last month that were vital for bringing in half of domestic fuel demands. NNPC cancelled the 2015 deals with Nigerian companies Sahara Group, Iteo Group, and NNPC's trading arm Duke Oil because they were alleged to have been tilted in favor of the companies as the country had been hit hard by the sustained slump in crude prices since last year, as oil sales accounts for the bulk of government revenues. Meanwhile, Group Managing Director of Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), Dr. Emmanuel Ibekachukwu, while addressing the media shortly after being conducted round the Kaduna Refining Petrochemical Company (KRPC) in Kaduna, said federal government would consider establishing new refineries for optimal performance of the oil sector. The Group Managing Director said the NNPC was working to get the refineries across the country to work to their optimal production with new business models, new commercial models, and new approach on how we can get to where we should be. Nigerian Army has released 128 Boko Haram suspects to Governor Kashim Shettima of Borno State for reintegration into the society after the security intelligence cells have cleared them of involvement in any terror activity in the northeast zone. According to the military authorities in Maiduguri, the security intelligence cells that cleared the suspects comprised the military, police, immigration, customs, and the representative of the Borno state government. Presenting the released suspects at the May Melari Cantonment Parade Ground, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuko Buratai, said the Nigerian Army regarded the released suspects as free from any accusation on Boko Haram insurgency in Borno State. The Team Nigeria yesterday at the 2015 Commonwealth Youth Games in Samoa recorded 3 more gold medals, making its medal totals 6. Nigeria's 200 meters female star athlete Praise Ogenefe Jiro Idama Dudu, reigning Nigerian and African junior champion in the 200-meter event, won the 200-meter gold medal in a time of 23.30 seconds. Department of State Services has commenced the screening of ministerial nominees sent to it by President Muhammadu Buhari. 20 nominees have been vetted by the DSS operatives since the exercise started. The President sent to the agency a total of 36 names of would-be ministers for security checks. The President had indicated in a chat with journalists in Accra, Ghana, on Monday that he would keep his promise of announcing names of his ministers this month. Few months into 2016, when it will be 10 years after the last census was conducted in Nigeria, there are strong indications that the 2016 census may not hold. With less than 4 months to the census year, Nigerian Population Commission (NPC) is yet to receive a presidential proclamation, a legal requirement from the President, which will direct it to go ahead with preparations for the census. The last population census conducted in 2006 was trailed by a lot of controversies, as many people accused the Commission of favoring a particular region over others. The Vatican today said Pope Francis will visit Africa for the first time in November in a trip that will take him to Kenya, Uganda, and the Central African Republic. The Pontiff will visit Kenya from November 25th to 27th, spend the next 2 days in Uganda, and travel on to the Central African Republic, where the trip will wind up on November the 30th. The three countries have significant Catholic communities and have been troubled by civil conflicts and violence, which will increase concerns surrounding the Pope's security during the visit. Kenyan authorities have suspended 22 junior judges accused of bribery after they were captured on video. A statement made available also indicates that the Judicial Council was probing the conduct of 12 High Court judges and several other court officials who had been mentioned in the video. It further states that the suspension will pave way for further investigation. The video, which was recorded by undercover agents and released by an investigative journalist, prompted calls for the sack of the affected persons. Tens of thousands of people were ordered to flee homes across Japan today due to heavy rainfall, which sends radiation-tainted waters into the ocean at the crippled Fukushima nuclear plant. Waist-high floods in some areas left rescuers scrambling to pluck people to safety as a wide area was overrun in the wake of Typhoon Etao. Japan Meteorological Agency issued special warnings for Tochigi and Ibaraki regions north of Tokyo, urging vigilance against mudslides and flooding. Etao, which smashed into Japan on Wednesday, moved out into the Sea of Japan by the end of the day, but a wall of rain continued to lash the country. Germany's Vice-Chancellor Sigmar Gabriel says EU plans for member states to accept 160,000 new asylum seekers represents a drop in the ocean in the scale of the crisis, as 450,000 people had arrived in Germany so far this year, with 37,000 in the first 8 days of September. Tens of thousands, mainly Syrians, have pushed north in recent weeks. The Hungarian army earlier started military exercises to prepare for a possible future role in guarding the border and stem the flow of people, a move criticized by human rights groups. For more stories, please do visit our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press and like us on Facebook at African Free Press. From me, Leo Oketa, and the whole team in the studio, it's a very good evening to you. See you next time. Bye-bye.